ready, my dear. So it's gonna be, of course, well, we're gonna be working on our class number 5.1. It's the first class of the week, number 5. So it means that we are like the last 50% of the last course, right? Of the last level. So we have week 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then on 17, yes, like on 12 days more, your contract it's going, but I'm not sure if does it expire on December 17 or it's January 17.
Teacher, yo había hablado con usted porque a mí el curso me aparecía hasta el 17 de diciembre,
Pero
pero usted me decía que completo era hasta el 17 de enero.
sí, cierto, right?
Ajá, sí, usted me decía que iba a hablar con alguien para que me apareciera ahí hasta el 17 de enero. Nunca me apareció, pero sí me llegó un correo que decía que era hasta el 17. Igual en el curso me sigue apareciendo 17 de diciembre.
17 de diciembre, oh my God. Mm, en qué nivel estabas cuando eso sucedió? Como
Yo entré en abril y entré en
en el
básico
básico
2.
2, sí. Pero
Ujú,
cuando hablamos de eso, ¿tú estabas en intermedio uno o en intermedio 2?
en intermedio 1.
Porque a mí se me hace que solamente cambiaron ese nivel y los demás te los dejaron normal. Se me hace, o no sé si es que cómo sería la cuestión ahí. Bueno, entonces, espérame, yo anoto por acá porque si no a
En
mí se me
intermedio 1
olvida.
me aparece 17 de diciembre, en intermedio 2, 17 de diciembre también,
Ay, my gosh.
en
Listo,
todos.
espérame.
Claro que a mí me llegó un correo que decía 17 de enero.
¿Y quién te envió el correo, André?
Mm, Ay, no me acuerdo, profe.
Sería de los mensajes de seguimiento que les envío
Sí,
mensualmente.
sí. Ajá, sí.
Ok, vale. Entonces, bueno, revisar, güey. Ay, my gosh.
Sí, porque no me quiero quedar a medias.
No, of course, of course.
Además que soy la única que ha llegado hasta acá.
Of course. Listo, André, todo bien. Ya, voy a revisar y digamos que antes de irme a vacaciones yo dejo eso charlado
Ok,
con la coordinadora, ¿vale? Para que no, ya,
ok.
no vayan a haber sorpresas ahí, mejor dicho.
Ujú.
Listo, vale, André, thanks. Bueno, my dear, anyway, de todas formas igual, pues nos quedan de clase como tal, pues 3 semanitas, ¿ready? Five, no, mentiras, 4. Esta, 5, 6, 7 and 8, ¿listo? A partir de ahí lo que te queda, pues es, digamos, tiempo para poder terminar las actividades, para todo ese cuento, ¿listo? Entonces, pues, that would be the idea, ¿no? So to try to complete all activities that you're missing. Bueno, my
Profe,
dear,
una pregunta.
of
Digamos
course.
que yo hago el curso completo hasta el 17 de enero, ¿cierto?
Ujú.
Este curso iría hasta, avanzado 1 iría hasta el 17 de diciembre y ahí tendríamos un receso hasta enero.
Not really. Digamos que lo que sucede es que siempre en el curso hay un tiempo final. O sea, las clases como tal no alcanzan a cubrir el año completo, sino que siempre queda
Sí.
un tiempito extra, por así decirlo.
Ujú.
Entonces, dentro de ese tiempito extra no es que haya como un receso, sino que lo que va a suceder es que pues tienes el tiempo para terminar las actividades pendientes, ¿sí? Entonces, digamos que si estamos en la semana 5 esta semana,
O sea, que
eh,
este es el último curso.
este es el último curso, sí. Digamos, ya este es el último nivel, ¿sí?
Ah, okey.
Entonces
Pensé que
ya,
había avanzado 1 y avanzado.
no, no, ya he avanzado, ya es el último que hay. Entonces, esta semanita sería la 5, la semana del 11 sería la 6, la semana del 17, del 18 más bien de diciembre sería la semana 7, y la semana del 25, o sea, el 26, 27, 28, 29 sería la semana 8, ¿sí?
Okey,
Todavía estoy, bueno, ahí me dijeron que iba a dejar el curso con cierto profe, pero yo hablé con el profe y me dijo, como no, a mí no me han dicho nada, entonces estoy como también tratando de arreglar eso antes de irme, porque pues el profe como que no va a estar tan bien sino en vacaciones como desde el 26. Entonces igual, en caso tal de que, digamos, las últimas semanas no puedas tomar clase o algo, pues yo vuelvo en enero y pues ya sería en esas semanitas pendientes, pues igual solo eres tú, podemos cuadrar la clase que te falte, de pronto la de la semana 8, la de la semana 7 o algo así. ¿Listo? ¿Ready?
okey, teacher.
Porque pues igual yo
Mm,
vuelvo el 2 de enero ya estoy otra vez de vuelta. Entonces ahí ya podemos cuadrar en esos 15 días que nos faltan, pues digamos, si te falta alguna clase o algo así. ¿Ready?
okey, teacher.
¿Listo? Pero pues sí, ya solamente, o sea, como tal de clase, solamente nos quedan estas últimas tres. 5, 6, 7, and 4, perdón. 5, 6, 7, and 8. ¿Ready?
Ok, teacher. Igual sí le agradecería que preguntara de esa parte mía para yo poderlo terminar.
That of course, digamos de lo del plazo, ¿sí?
Sí.
That of course, I'm gonna ask. Of course, of course. Ready? Bueno, my dear, so let's start today. It's gonna be the class number 5.1, and in this case, we're going to be working about perceptions. Ready? Let's see what you perceive about the questions that I'm going to ask. First, what does he look like? What does he look like? What do you think? What does he look like?
Teacher, he like sick, very sick, maybe.
Very sick. Okay. Anything else? Well, very sick, it's pretty clear, no? It's pretty clear that he's sick. Maybe a specific diagnosis? Do you have a specific supposition?
Uh, maybe fever or mm, fever and I don't know. How do you say vomito?
Vomit? Well, vomit, it means like como, espérame, vomit, it means vómito como el sustantivo. Y vomitar, que es como la acción, it would be throw up. Throw
Teacher,
up.
and how do you say nauseous?
Nausea. That one is the same, nausea.
Nausea.
Probably he has nausea, no? He has vomit,
Yes.
probably, yes. Why do you think that he has that?
Mm, I don't know. Maybe he has a virus.
Maybe he has a virus, no? He has a virus. But what of the characteristics of this guy, or what of the things that you are looking, make you think that he has vomit and nausea? Why do you think that?
The color of his skin.
Exactly, because he has a color like a green color, no? So we relate
Yes.
the green color with vomit, no? So it's a little bit related to that. Okay, okay, very good. Anything, any other supposition, any other possibility?
Mm, I don't know.
No, that's it. Good, Listo, very good, excellent. If I see a man like that, I would say that because the red eyes, bueno, it's also possible when you have a virus, yes, but I would say that he has a hangover. Maybe, no, of course, I'm just guessing that he looks as if he has a hangover. Do you remember what is the meaning of hangover?
No, teacher.
Like when you drink too much, the next day you have a
Ah,
hangover.
ok.
Okay. What we call as
Como guayabo, es como guayabo.
exactly like that,
Ah,
guayabo.
ok.
That's it. It's ready. So in
Teacher,
that
excuse
case,
me. ¿Me puede dar
dale.
un momentico, por favor?
Claro, of course, no problem.
Ok, teacher.
Ready? Listo,
Yes.
André. I was checking, estaba revisando lo de, digamos, tu perfil. Y en tu perfil te aparece que el único nivel que te cambiaron fue básico 2, que fue cuando me comentaste la situación. Mira, ahí te aparece que básico
Ah,
2
ok.
finaliza el 17 de enero. Entonces, con los
Sí.
demás sí te los dejaron abiertos. Entonces, tengo que hablar para que a avanzado le hagan exactamente lo mismo que acá. ¿Listo?
Ok,
Entonces voy a dejar
listo.
eso listo, listo antes de irme. ¿Ready? Listo, dear, 17 de enero. Listo, my dear. Good. Well, so in that case, I was saying that this man looks as if he has a hangover. I think, no, maybe he has a virus, but I think for the color of the skin, for the red eyes, no, I think that he looks as if he has a hangover, no? It's a possibility.
Teacher,
Bueno,
I
yes.
I thought that he has a virus because he has a, a mask.
Very good. So you said, no, teacher, probably he has a virus because he has a mask. Okay, that's another possibility. Good, perfect. That's it. Excellent. What about this girl? What does she look like?
Uh, she looks like relaxed, uh, and maybe happy.
Very good. Relaxed, happy, good. Anything else?
I don't know. I can see very well that she has in her hand.
It's well, are sunglasses.
Ah, okay.
Sunglasses, yes. You know, and she's saying like, happy Saturday. Good, okay, good. So she looks like relaxed, like happy. Maybe in a specific situation in her life that you say like, pues teacher, it looks like, why is she so happy and so relaxed? Do you have any suppositions?
Yes, teacher. Because she has a smile and her eyes looks look relaxed.
Relaxed, right? Exactly. But the question is, why do you think that she's so relaxed? Maybe because she doesn't have work, maybe
Ah,
because
okay.
she finished the semester. Why? Why do you think?
Maybe because she she is resting.
Yeah, resting. Well, actually, she is resting. No, she's just lie down in the couch.
Yes.
But you mean resting like vacations or something like that?
No.
Just resting.
After um, after work.
Okay. Well, maybe because she's resting because she finished work. Yes. Okay. Very good. That's another possibility. Good. Excellent. Right. I would say yes. That she looks as in vacations. As she already finished the semester, right? So that's nothing doing nothing because when you finish work, sometimes you just feel like, bueno, but I have to still to do some things or something. But here, as you see, she has like some glasses in the hands. She's already thinking on traveling, maybe, she's relaxing. For me, she looks as if she were in vacations, right? So here, what we're going to do, it's using our perceptions for describing some similes. Similes are comparisons that we can make between one person and the other, comparing, for example, the way that they act or the way in which they do an activity. What we call a simile is what we normally know as a metaphor. It's a comparison using it's like two different situations that are similar in one way. So in that case, that's what we know, or that's what we can do in this case, right? For example, here we have two different possibilities. One man, it's sleeping on the couch, but just sleeping on the couch normally, right? Here, of course, we have a person or a woman who is sick. She's in a hospital bed, right? So in that case, for example, we are here saying that he sleeps as if he were sick. In real life, he's not sick, he's just sleeping. But I am making the comparison between the way that he sleeps and the way that a sick person sleeps. Normally, a sick person sleeps very deeply, You know what is the meaning of deeply?
No, teacher.
What is the meaning of deep? Remember, deep. For example,
I
deep in the ocean.
como sumergirse,
Profundo, right?
profundo. Ah,
Exactly. So deeply, it would be
mm,
when finished with li. ¿Recuerda qué significa cuando terminan en li?
profundamente.
Exactly, very good. Mente, ¿no? Siempre que termina en el y es un adverbio, significa mente. Entonces, and normally a sick person sleeps very deeply, right? And in here, I am comparing the way that the man is sleeping with the way that a sick person sleeps. I'm saying he sleeps as if he were sick, but in reality, he is not sick. Or here, I'm saying he sleeps the way a sick person does. O sea, él duerme de la manera que lo hace una persona enferma. ¿Right? Aquí simplemente digo, él duerme como si estuviera enfermo.
Era enfermo.
Right? Exactly like that. ¿Listo? Entonces, in that case, we're going to have different expressions or different possibilities for creating these metaphors. One of them is as if. Other one is using the way. The way for saying like de la misma manera que, you know, and as if for saying como si. Ready? So in that case, for example, in this case, I said, she looks as if she were in vacations. Como si estuviera. Ready? Like she looks as if she were in vacations. Maybe, I don't know. Hmm?
Ujú,
Or maybe she looks as if she finished work. Como que acabó el trabajo, ¿yes? O sea, se luce como que o como si hubiese acabado el trabajo, right? Entonces, I am making these metaphors, comparisons. Or, for example, here, you give me different like possibilities, no? So, he looks as if he had fever. He looks as if he has vomit. Hmm? In my case, I said something more like unlikely, more crazy, but also possible, and is that he looks as if he has a hangover. Yes, se ve como que tiene un guayabo, right? So in that case, I'm going to use the expression as if. So that's my favorite from the ones, but we have others, no? So we have as if, but at the same time, we have other expressions. Ready? So the first expression is as if. I already told you it's como si. And, pardon, a synonym is going to be as though. Is exactly the same. Using as if or using as though is exactly the same. Ready? Andre, help me to read the purple part here. Can you see it or should I make it bigger? Should I make it bigger?
no, teacher.
No, it's
I
okay.
can see very well.
Perfect.
As if and as though often introduce clauses that describe impressions about feelings or behavior after verbs, such as act, behave, feel, look, seem, and talk.
Exactly. So in this case, as I told you at the beginning, we're going to talk about impressions, what I think about something, especially what I think about actions, behaviors, feelings, or what I can perceive from the other people. Ready? For example, no sé, Andrea is speaking a little bit, is speaking so little. So I said, like, Andrea, what happened? You speak or you are speaking you're speaking or you're talking as if you were tired, right? Estás hablando como si estuvieras cansada. So in that case, it's my impression about you, right? It's an example. It's not real, no? It's an example. So, and I can also talk about cómo las personas actúan, se comportan, se sienten, se ven, parecen o hablan, right? So, te ves como si, te comportas como si, actúas como si, hablas como si, cha, cha, cha. Ready? Example, read, Andre.
Still, I feel as if or as though something is missing.
Exactly. Still, I feel as if something is missing, describing a feeling. Me siento como si something is missing. Ready? Easy, very good. That's the first expression, as if or as though. Ready? In that
Teacher,
case, yes.
the answer always is with as if or as though.
Yeah, when we are talking about, especially with these verbs. Yes. For example,
Mm,
here we have another example. She looks, se ve, she looks as though she did something really bad, right? Se ve como que hizo algo muy malo, right? So it's an impression. It's an impression for me. Ready? In
okay.
that case, after these expressions as if or as though, normally we have a complete sentence. Something is
Teacher, but
missing.
the answer is with as if or as though, but if is the same uh, impression. But if I want uh, say that really yes, which
Ah,
is the answer.
okay. Then in that case, for example, here, we're going to have other expressions for comparing more, like more determined characteristics, and it's only as or the way. Yes. And also there is another difference that I'm going to show you in a second, and it's about the time. Sometimes it's in present, sometimes it's in past. I'm going to show you why. For example, here it's in past, here it's in present. And there is a difference with that, no? I'm going to show you why. But especially here, the expressions as and the way, they introduce clauses that express comparison. Not so much an impression, but it's more likely because it's like a metaphor, like a real comparison that you can see there. Yeah. So, for example, anyway, always that you are making a comparison, you are putting a little bit of your impression. Yes. But if you don't use as if or as though, then it's going to be like you are more sure about it. Yeah. If you use the verb in past, it's because it's a possibility. For example, here I said, he looks as if he has a hangover because I think so. I am more sure. Not completely sure, but I am almost sure. Yes. But in the next one, I said, she looks as if she were in vacations. I'm not sure. I am only guessing. I am only supposing, but I don't know. Ready?
Teacher, but the sentence that uh, you saw, you say as you look like as if you were tired is
Mm-hmm.
more
It's
sure,
because
no?
no, it's more unsure because it's in past. So I don't know because probably you are not tired, probably you are angry, or probably you are feeling sick. I don't know. I am just guessing that you are tired, but I don't know. If I say, Andre, what happened? You have a like a problem in your voice. You are talking or you sound suenas as if you are sick. In that case, como que escucho que estás tal vez disfónica o algo like that. Ah, okay, I see it's in present because I am more sure,
Pero es
right?
igual cuando uno ve a una persona ojerosa, no.
Claro, of course, como es una impresión, puede ser que tu impresión sea más segura o no tanto. Ya es parte de la subjetividad, pero sí, of course, they were hard
Teacher, por
to.
eso mi pregunta, si usted me pregunta como si fuera más una impresión que no está muy seguro y
Mhm.
yo le confirmo, pues no tendría que responder como as if or as though, sino que puedo responder a really yes, I feel sick or I feel tired.
Ah,
It's
claro, of
correct.
course. Digamos que si no
Okay.
usas ninguna de estas expresiones, es como, mira, no es una comparación, así me siento, right? No es como sí, sino que es que así estoy,
Ya,
right?
ya, esa era mi duda, es que estaba
Ah, ok,
tratando
got it,
como de
got it, got it.
imaginarme ese tipo de conversación.
Yes, yes, of course. For example, I said like, okay, Andre, what happened? Like, you sound as if you are sick. He said, yes, teacher, I am sick. Really, I have a terrible sore throat or whatever, whatever. But then that's the thing. Ready?
Okay. And
Yes.
for example, as and the way.
Okay, good.
I can use this for example, uh, mm, to say to my best friend uh, if she has or she is sad, for example.
Yes, exactly. Well, in this case, when we use as or the way, it's for making comparisons. So you said, for example, no say,
Okay.
imagine that you have a very
You
depressed
look.
friend.
You look.
Yes. Just you said, for example, you look as if you were depressed, something like that, no? But in that case, when you have as or the way, you are going to have another subject to make the comparison. Ready? For example, in our first example here, we have he sleeps as the person does, or the way as the person does. Then in that case, I am having subject number one and the subject number two. When I use this expression, the way or as, it's important that we're going to use the auxiliary or the verb the same as the other act of the other person that we mentioned at the beginning. For example, you have a best friend. Your best friend looks sad one day and you want to compare with another person, you know? For example, you could say, what happened? You look sad as, no sé, let's say as Javier, no sé, let's suppose, as
As
Javier
the
does.
Grinch.
Or for example, as the Grinch, how do you spell Grinch? Is like that, as the Grinch does, right? So in that case, we have the two subjects, subject number one, subject number two, and at the end, we have the auxiliary. Why we have does here? Because the first verb is the simple present. So we use the auxiliary of the second one. Another example, for example, you are so lazy as my brother is. Why we have is because the first verb was verb to be, right? So in that case, when we use as, or in this case, I can also use the way, it's the same, right? We have a different kind of a structure, but it's for making comparisons, no? So it's like, hey, you are lazy equally as ta ta ta, right?
Okay, teacher.
Right? It's a little bit, to be honest, it's a little bit more difficult to use it. Why? Because as I was saying before, when we have as if or as though, we have a complete sentence, completely different. Subject, verb, and complement. It's complete, right? In this case, it's not always complete. What we have is simply the subject number two plus the auxiliary or the verb, depending the first verb, right? For example, let's say, Andre, you have the hair too long, for example, right? So I said, you have the longest hair as Rapunzel does, right? I use auxiliary because the first verb was have, right? But then that's the thing, right? If I want to use a modal verb, I use the modal verb at the end. If I want to use verb to be, I use the verb to be at the end. So it's basically as the tag questions, no? So the same auxiliary that I use at the beginning or the same tense that I use at the beginning is the same that I use at the end, especially when we are using as and the way. Okay,
Okay.
right? Good. Listo, my dear. These expressions are a little bit different as if, as though, or simplemente as and the way. Ready? But there is an expression that is going to be good for replacing the other both expressions. It's more informal, but it's good for replacing both, for replacing as, the way, as if, and as though. Andre, could you please help me to read here this part?
In informal English, the word like can be used instead of as if, as though, and as the way.
So like, it's an informal option for, and not so informal, it's really, really used, right? So like, it's going to have the possibility to replace all the other expression as if, as though, as the way. Of course, it's a little bit more casual, more conversational. The other ones are more for writing context, for an email, for a working context or something like that. Instead of saying she looks as though she did something really bad, I can change that for like she looks like she did something really bad, right? Or instead of saying you have the longest hair as Rapunzel does, I can omit that and simply I can say you have the longest hair like Rapunzel. That's it, right? So like it's going to be much more practical and it's very, very commonly used when we talk about comparisons, ready? So of course, like is not only for talking about gustar or no gustar, yeah, it's the verb gustar, but it's also used as the preposition como, ready? So instead of saying, for example, it seems as though the job was made for me, it seems like the job was made for me, and I changed the as though. Too formal, too complicated. Okay, so use it with like, which is easier for that. Okay, Hendrik, good?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, it's really simple, right? So in that case, we're going to have the different expressions here, but you know that there is another one which is easier for using, which is like. Ready? So, for example, we're going to have here, wait, I'm sorry, the manos de motorcycle. So in that case, for example, that's why the questions are always ending with like at the end. Not because this like is like the verb gustar. No, in that case, it's because I want to make a comparison. So I'm using the like at the end of the question for example, like como luce. Yeah, so what does she look like, right? It's not because I'm talking about something that the person likes. No, it's because I'm comparing this person with another one. So you said, teacher, she looks like relaxed, she looks like happy, she looks like da da da. Of course, that I can replace that instead of using like, I can say the other ones, for example, as is after the verb look. We know that the verb look is right here. So we would say, for example, she looks as if she is relaxed, as if she's happy. Ready? Because that's what she looks. Es muy posible, ¿cierto? Entonces lo uso en presente. I was like, no, pero a mí me parece que se como que estuviera en vacaciones. Okay, she looks as if she were in vacations, pero lo uso en pasado porque it's not sure. I'm just guessing, right? Or, for example, wait, no sé, she looks as a free person, a free person does. In that case, I'm using only as, yeah, not as if or as though. So I just say, she looks as a free person does. Se ve como una persona libre. That's it, right? So I have different options. Like, puede ser una as if, I can be the other one, or as though, or as simplemente, or the way, which is the synonym of as. So I can say she looks the way a free person does. She looks as if she were in vacation. She looks as though she is happy. All the three options are fine. Isandre, how do you feel? Questions, problems, difficulties?
Teacher,
Dime, yeah.
with, bueno, the subject one and subject two is with us and the way.
Yes, exactly.
Only, okay.
Not only in there, because actually on the other ones, I am using also two subjects. The thing is that on the other ones with as if and as though, it's basically the same subject. But when I have as and the way, the subject number one and the subject number two, it is completely different, right? So that's why it's a little bit more notorious because in these expressions, Normally, you are comparing this subject with another one that is different. When we are using as if or as though, normally we compare this subject with a situation of the same subject. So that's why
Okay.
normally we use the same subject in there. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Listo, my dear. Well, let me just show you another one over here. What, what do you think of her? What does she look like in there? What do you
Mm,
think?
she looks as if she is very sad.
It's very possible. So that's why you said she is very sad, right? Good. You are talking about the truth. She looks like she's, or as if she's really sad. That's it. Try to imagine something like the reason that she's sad and tell me.
Mm, mm, she looks uh, like a person that lose the semester. I don't
Muy
know.
bien, very good. That's it. So in that case, you made one great example. You said she looks like a person who, let's say, failed a subject or something like that. You know, perdió una materia, right? Like the semester, whatever, right?
Perder el semestre es peor.
Bueno, yes, of course, losing, failing this, let's say failing the semester, right? Failing, fail the
Okay. No
semester.
lose, no lose.
Ya, lose es perder, pero como que se extraviar, ¿no? Pero
Ah,
en
okay,
ese
okay,
caso,
okay.
perder una materia es más como reprobar.
Ah,
It's
okay.
fail, right? So she looks like a person who failed the semester, right? In that case, what you have after that, it's only the subject number two. Ready? So in that case, you said like, okay, but I could say also she looks as a person who failed the semester, or she looks the way a person failed the semester does. ¿Por qué does? Because we have looks like. Ready? Because that's it. Muy bien. Very good. I was thinking that she seems, parece, she seems as though she had an argument, an argument with someone, maybe with their best friend or with her boyfriend or something like that. I don't know, but I am supposing, right? Estoy seguro que está triste. O sea, I'm sure that she looks as if she is very sad, but I am not so sure that it was because of that. So I am supposing that she seems as though she had in past, because I'm not sure, she had an argument with someone. Remember that argument? It's like discussion, no? So she seems as though she had an argument with someone. I am not sure, but it's a possibility. Or also, of course, very good, with the example that you made here. Obviamente, like puede reemplazar aquí también. She looks like she is very sad. Oh, here. She looks like she had an argument with someone. All the options are fine. So, my dear,
Okay, teacher.
questions, study difficulties, problems.
No, teacher.
All good. Very good. There's another way to do that in which we are going to have some inversions. Ready? And it's using us. Ready? It's actually similar when I say us or the way, but in this case, it's only with us. And it's at the end of the sentence. When I have sentences with different tenses, with simple present, with auxiliary verbs, with modal verbs, with verb to be, I can do the same thing that I was doing before and saying like, así como tal persona, only with the name of the person, ready? And the auxiliary, but at the end of the sentence. For example, I have, Marisa has, present simple, a lot of trouble accepting change, as does Trina. Simplemente I'm gonna use as, the auxiliary or the verb, and the subject number two. So it's basically the same that I was doing here. For example, the name of the person is, no say, Anna. Let's say that it's Anna, right? So I said that Anna failed the semester, comma. And I want to say, así como sus amigos, as did her friends. ¿Por qué did? Because of course I use failed in past. So the auxiliary has to be the same as did her friends. You know? Or no sé, for example, Anna Anna feels sorry after the fight. Anna feels sorry after fight, comma, as does her friend, así como su amiga, right? So why does? Because we are using Anna feels simple present. Entonces, as does her friend. Entonces, Anna is heartbroken. Está despechada. Anna is heartbroken. Comma. As is her boyfriend. Why I use is? Because, of course, the first sentence use is. Ready? Entonces, when I say así como tal persona, then I can do it using exactly the same subject after that. Okay, my dear? Comma, and then as, the verb, and the subject. ¿Qué tal eso?
Teacher,
Yes.
this is for facts, real, real
Yeah.
facts.
Yes, exactly. So it's like things, two people who did the same. Yes. So we can make a
Okay.
comparison between two people who did the same, right? For example, Andre,
Always with people.
yes, dime.
Always with people.
Also with animals, no? Actually, we're going to have an example here with animals or things, no? For example, no sé, let's say, did you study in a public university? The University of Antioquia is public or it's private?
Yes,
Private.
teacher is
It's
public.
public, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Just for example, I said, um, my university, my university is public, as is mine. You know, mine, it means la mía, right? So you said, my university is public, as is mine, right? So it means así
Okay.
como la mía, right?
Okay.
Let's say, when did you graduate? 2000,
In 2015.
you and me both. So you said, for example, Andrea graduated in 2015, as did I, or, as did me also could be, right? So in that case, like así como yo, ready? Also possible, that's it. In all the tenses, present, future, present perfect, all of them. You just have to take into account the auxiliary that it's necessary and the subject, and that's it. Ready?
Okay, teacher.
Listo, my dear. Bueno, in this case, it's expressing what we talk about using in past because it's unreal. Using in present because it's something that it's more possible. For example, Bill is talking about quitting his job as though he were carefree, but he is not carefree. He has responsibilities, so it's not real. I use in past. Ready? Some young people replace their gadgets every year as if they had all the money in the world. Of course, they don't have all the money in the world. So it's only an imaginary situation. Ready? So when we use the past, if we use the present, it's going to be all good. Ready?
Okay.
Bueno, my dear. Example number one. Who is this man? Do you know who is this man?
No, I don't know.
He's a
Eh,
Jamaican athlete.
How I don't remember in this moment.
No idea. Well, Usain Bolt.
Yes, yes, Bolt.
You know, Usain Bolt. Exactly. What is his characteristic?
uh, he's a athlete.
He's an athlete, right? But he's a soccer player, basketball player. What is here?
No, I don't know. He runs very well.
Runs very well. He's a runner, no? So he runs very
Runner.
fast. His characteristic is that he is super fast, right?
Yes.
And here we have an animal. It's not rabbit. It's actually called hare, which it means, how do you say that in Spanish? Liebre,
Una
you know?
liebre.
Exactly. Thank you. So it's also a very fast animal. Ready?
Yes.
So we have one person that is very fast, and we have one animal that is very fast. How could you make a comparison between these two? Comparing, of course, the same characteristic that they are both super fast.
Mm, Usain Bolt uh, is very fast
Mhm.
as hair is.
As is the hare.
As is the hair. Okay.
Exactly, very good. So Usain Bolt is very fast, as is the hare, así como la liebre. Muy bien, very good. I can use that, right? Option number one. Also, I could say, for example, Usain Bolt runs. How would you say como si fuera una liebre?
Uh, as if he were
Good, very good. Como es
uh,
hipotético, aquí voy a usar were para todos los pronombres. Aquí no uso was, aquí uso were para todos los pronombres. Very
he
good.
were a hair.
Very good. So Usain Bolt runs as if he were a hare, como si fuera una liebre, right? Option number two. Ready? How would you say simply Usain Bolt parece una liebre?
Usain Bolt looks like a hair.
Exactly like that. Bueno, in that case we would say look, porque look es un poco más como
Que
físicamente,
luce,
but we
como
would
que en
say
apariencia.
exactly. We would say seems
Seems
like a hair, o sea, en su
like a
forma
hair.
de actuar. Very good, right? Exactly. So we have many options in order to create comparisons. Also, for example, we can have another one which is usa, bueno, no sé, the hair is one of the fastest. One of the fastest, ¿no? Es una de las más rápidas. As Usain Bolt is. Or I could say also the way Usain Bolt is, ¿no? There's another two options, as or the way. ¿Listo? Entonces, for making one comparison, we can have a lot of different possibilities. As if, is, as though, like, all the ones that you want to describe, right? With inversion, with no inversion, as you prefer. ¿Listo? Andre, hasta ahí
Yes,
cómo vas.
teacher.
Good questions, difficulties?
Yes, I am
Good.
very well.
Listo, very good. So here we have four different pictures, right? Try to make some examples out of them.
Mm,
What do you think?
eh, she looks like uh, she looks like worried.
Bien, very good. She looks like, in that case, don't forget to include the second subject, like she is worried. Ready? Not necessary, no siempre es necesario, especialmente cuando tengo verb to be, pero pues digamos que es un poco mejor colocar. Ready? But it's not always necessary. Cuando tengamos esta expresión, she looks like, y es con verb to be, puedo omitirle. Ready? O sea, en este caso podría decir simplemente she looks like worried. But also, if it's another verb, it's important to put it. So I prefer always to put it, but in that case was optional. Very good. So she looks like worried. Muy bien. Any reason in specific?
Mm, I don't know. Uh, as if her boyfriend uh, broken her uh, her heart.
Good, very good. So she seems as if her boyfriend broken es past participle, aquí solamente en pasado,
Okay, okay,
broke
broke.
her heart. Muy bien, very good. Exactly. We are supposing, no? So that's why we use the simple puzzles where we're supposing. We are not sure. Good. Any other about the other three?
Mm, he looks as if he is relaxed.
This one.
Yes,
Okay, good, very good. So he looks like he is relaxed. Okay, of course. That one, it's pretty easy, It was pretty sure that he's relaxed. That's it. Mm, okay. What about, for example, the couple? What do you think of the
the couple look as though
Podemos
uh,
cambiar, digamos, el look, por ejemplo, por act, o sea, se comporta o actúa, right? Para no siempre decir se ve. Entonces,
or
let's say, for
seems.
example, exactly, or it seems, right? So the couple seems as though
Mm, they are very happy.
or they seem as though they are very happy or very in love, no? Very happy. Muy bien, very good. So in that case, well, you're making simple comparisons, but of course that you can get in even more and more and more complicated, For example, I don't know, this guy looks as a homeless person does. This guy smells, no sé, let's say one example, no? He smells, oh my God, he smells as a dead person, as a dead person does. Talking, comparing the smell of the man with the smell of a dead person, right? So it's an example, no? So, but I can make comparison as simple or as complicated as I want. The expressions are the same. The way, as, like, as if, or as though. So you can use any of them. Some ideas. So questions about the difficulties, problems, or anything here?
No, teacher,
No.
it's clear.
Listo, my dear. Very good. So, nothing, Andre. See you tomorrow. The class is at 7. Okay, ready?
Yes, teacher.
So, see you tomorrow at 7, and that's it. So, I'm going to talk to the coordinator about your case, and don't worry about it, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you very much.
So, have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Okay, teacher. The same for you. Good night.
Okay, good night, dear. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.